A quiet paddock in Waikato is a long way from the racetracks that drew thousands in the last decade of the 20th century to watch Castletown, the stayer who became a legend at Trentham in 1994.
But it's Castletown, the dream burst into reality, and Castletown's going to win the cup, that is third. Castletown, the champion's done it, Torbo second, Oliver Dames got to third. What a thrill here.
They were exciting days. Tony Lee's commentary could still raise the hair on the back of the neck almost 20 years after the famous race. For Castletown, it was all in a day's work. Part of a career that saw him in 103 starts, winning 6 Group 1s, claiming a Wellington Cup treble, and stakes of $2.4 million. Having a stayer of that calibre would have been the goal for breeder Barney McCahill. Trainer Paddy Busserton might have been given an idea of the potential when Castletown won at his second start in Timaru in 1989. That was over 1,200 metres in June. By Christmas, Castletown had his first Group 1, the New Zealand Derby.
Castletown shot to the lead at the 150 from Rentino, followed home by Knights and out wide Finnegan Fox, but Castletown's going to bolt in. It's an Irish Derby. 2.5 now, second at the line was Red.
The records show that Castletown turned in some solid performances on both sides of the Tasman in 1990 against class fields, without clinching another big race. Noel Harris was hoisted aboard for the Queensland Derby in June, and their fast finishing third behind 2 other New Zealand champions in Rough Habit and Ray's Hope promised good times ahead. Castletown and Harris would prove to be a dynamic team, picking up their first win at Trentham and then overcoming some problems with the stewards to get on the course to grab the Group 2 Queen Elizabeth handicap. Suspension separated Harry and Castletown for several weeks until the 1991 Wellington Cup.
Oh, here's Castletown with a brilliant run down the outside. Castletown and Shuzora's tracking her through, then Goliath. They were followed further back, Coconut Ice, Rural Prince running on to Ringo. It's Castletown in front of the Cup, Coconut Ice and Rural Prince, and Shuzora's coming on the inside. Castletown, Shuzora the inside, Castletown and Shuzora. Castletown, I think.
Success in Auckland and Trentham led to a second trip across the Tasman, where Castletown was narrowly beaten by Just a Dancer in the Sydney Cup, before reversing the result in the St Leger a week later. The spring capped a great season, with the award as the New Zealand Champion Stayer of the Year and victory in the Celt Capital Stakes, where he beat Cox Plate winner Surfers Paradise. 1992 heralded the start of a brilliant year for Castletown. The Auckland Cup went on the trophy shelf, and then there was the chance for back-to-back Wellington Cups a few weeks later.
Castletown in front now from Snaps, Gaines and Calvin King, the Yapper, and battling on this dancing horn. It's all over. Castletown is a beauty, and he's going to win the cup by 6 lengths from Snaps and the Yapper.
Castletown was at his peak, but couldn't repeat the Trentham result in Sydney. A win in the Caulfield Stakes and a 7th in the Caulfield Cup were the perfect tune-up for the biggest staying race of the year, the Melbourne Cup.
And look at Castletown come into it. Sub-Zero goes up on the outside of Sir Winston. 300 metres to go. Sub-Zero got a length and a half in front. Castletown running on it. Here's Viandacross. Sub-Zero's kick. He's 2.5 in front of Viandacross and Castletown. Sub-Zero clear. Viandacross won't get him. And the Melbourne Cup of 1992 belongs to Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero wins by 2 to Viandacross and Castletown third.
Castletown's career began to taper in the following 12 months. He couldn't do better than 10th in the 93 Wellington Cup, and it was the same result in the Melbourne Cup in the spring. The 94 Wellington Cup attracted the biggest crowd for 15 years. Many there to see New Zealand supermodel Rachel Hunter and her pop star husband Rod Stewart. But it was Castletown who had claimed the spotlight, producing a heroic effort that would be his legacy.
And Castletown's giving a sight here. Castletown ranged up to Newbury Star. Placido between them. Starring is now starting to run on, but he's hit the front. Castletown. He's a length clear on Placido. Torbo late, but it's Castletown. The dream burst into reality, and Castletown's going to win the cup. That he's third. Castletown, the champion's done it. Torbo second. Oliver Dames.
It was a proud day for all the connections as they led the champion back to the cheers of almost 20,000 fans at Trentham. Busserton would later call the win the pinnacle of his career. It was also Castletown's final win. It was appropriate that Castletown's final race was over 3,200 metres, the 94 New Zealand Cup. He strained a suspensory ligament and was immediately retired. His performances in group company had been exceptional, his 3 Wellington Cup victories sealing his reputation as one of New Zealand's greatest stayers.